The Galactic Federation was a group of highly advanced alien species spread across the galaxy. Each member planet was peaceful, prosperous, and filled with intelligent life that had learned to avoid dangerous, primitive worlds. And then there was Earth. The Federation's research records labeled Earth as a Deathworld, a harsh, violent place where only the toughest could survive. Earth's reputation was one of intense storms, brutal animals, and an environment that seemed determined to destroy anything on it. The Federation saw Earth as a joke, a place far too dangerous for smart beings to ever live peacefully. Humans? They thought of them as unrefined, rough, and backward. This view led some of the Federation's top scientists to an idea, studying humans up close. They wanted to understand how humans, despite living on a death world, managed to thrive. They were curious about the human body, mind, and instincts. To them, humans were like fascinating test subjects who somehow survived in one of the most challenging environments in the galaxy. The Federation approved a small mission. A scout ship, packed with alien researchers and advanced technology, set course for Earth. Their mission was simple: observe and gather data on humans. They would avoid detection, study these primitive beings, and take samples if possible. The Federation believed this would be a straightforward task. But the Federation didn't understand Earth, and they certainly didn't understand humans. The scout ship quietly entered Earth's atmosphere, using cloaking technology to stay invisible. They chose a remote location to begin their work, a dense forest where humans wouldn't notice them. Or so they thought. Nearby, a group of human soldiers was training in survival tactics. These men and women were part of an elite squad, trained to survive in the wild, fight with minimal tools, and stay alert for any danger. Their training focused on one thing: survival at any cost. This forest was their testing ground. The alien team began their work, using small drones to scan the forest and take readings. But they hadn't counted on the human squad's instincts. One of the soldiers noticed a faint hum from the drones, a sound that was barely audible. He signaled his team, and they began moving in silence, using hand signals and gestures to communicate. Their training kicked in, sneaking, observing, and waiting for the right moment. Within minutes, the humans detected the cloaked alien devices, recognizing that something was off. But rather than running or panicking, they stayed calm and prepared a plan. They knew they were facing something unknown, but they would adapt, as humans always did. The squad pretended to be unaware, moving through the forest as if they were completing their training, leading the drones closer. The aliens were thrilled. They thought their mission was going perfectly. They moved in closer, eager to get the perfect sample of Earth's wild humans. Little did they know they were being carefully watched by the very creatures they thought were inferior. Then the storm hit. Out of nowhere, dark clouds rolled in, and the sky rumbled with thunder. The rain began to pour heavily, drenching the forest in seconds. The alien drones, sensitive to Earth's erratic weather, started to glitch. The high-tech cloaking devices flickered, revealing them briefly before they went dark again. This was the human squad's moment. The lead soldier signaled, and in a flash, the squad attacked, surrounding the aliens and their malfunctioning machines. Despite having basic gear compared to the aliens' advanced tech, the humans used their environment, blending into the shadows, attacking from angles the aliens hadn't even considered. The aliens panicked, realizing too late that they were the ones being hunted. One by one, they fell into traps the humans set, unable to adapt as quickly to Earth's unpredictable challenges. Within moments, the human squad captured the entire alien team, disabling their tech and confiscating their gear. The aliens, once so confident in their superiority, lay defeated on the forest floor, terrified and unable to comprehend how these primitive humans had outsmarted them so easily. They studied cloaking devices, learned to operate alien weapons, and practiced communication on hidden frequencies that would be undetectable to the Federation. This training wasn't easy. Human technology had never come close to the sophistication of the Federation's equipment. But the soldiers were determined and quick to adapt, pushing through every obstacle. Finally, the time for retaliation had arrived. The military leaders decided on a bold plan. They would launch a small but powerful team into space, using the alien cloaking devices to remain undetected. This mission was risky, but the goal was simple: strike at the Federation's nearest outpost and send a message that Earth was not to be messed with. Collins was chosen to lead the mission. His team consisted of the best soldiers and engineers Earth had to offer, people trained to stay calm in the face of danger and capable of thinking on their feet. The team assembled on a heavily modified spacecraft that now held alien technology alongside human-made defenses. It wasn't a large ship, but it was powerful, sleek, and equipped for the surprise attack they were about to launch. As they launched into space, the atmosphere in the craft was tense but focused. Everyone knew the risks. They were leaving Earth's safety and venturing into alien-controlled territory. But they were also filled with determination. They weren't just fighting for their own survival. They were fighting for the safety and dignity of every human on Earth. The team reached the alien outpost, which was a massive space station floating near the edge of Earth's solar system. Through their cloaking devices, they could see alien ships coming and going, all bustling with activity. The Federation seemed completely unaware of the approaching human team. Using their stealth mode, Collins and his team quietly maneuvered closer to the station. Once they were in position, they disabled their cloaking device, revealing their presence in a flash of surprise. Immediately, alarms began to sound throughout the station. The Federation had no idea Earth could reach them so quickly or operate their own technology. The first wave of Federation guards rushed toward the intruding human team, but Collins and his soldiers were ready. Using the alien weapons they had trained with, they launched a barrage of attacks that disoriented the Federation guards. These aliens, who thought humans were mere primitives, were now witnessing firsthand the fierceness and determination of Earth's warriors. The fight was intense. Collins's team used everything they had learned, taking down guards and moving deeper into the station. The halls of the alien outpost echoed with the sounds of explosions and shouts. The aliens had numbers on their side, but the humans had strategy, speed, and an unstoppable will to succeed. Dr. Morales, the team's tech specialist, managed to hack into the station's main control systems. She began downloading data about the Federation's plans, searching for any hidden threats against Earth. But while she worked, the team had to hold the line, keeping back the waves of guards that tried to push them out. With each passing minute, the team fought harder, drawing on every ounce of strength and skill. Just when it seemed they might be overwhelmed, Collins saw an opportunity. They could set off a controlled explosion in the core of the station. It would send a powerful message to the Federation. Earth wasn't just another primitive world, it was a force to be reckoned with. With Dr. Morales still downloading critical information, the rest of the team quickly set up the explosives. As soon as Morales finished, they raced back to their ship, fighting their way through the station's panicked corridors. The alien guards couldn't keep up, and the humans made it to their craft just as the timer on the explosives counted down to 0. As the human ship sped away, the team looked back to see the Federation's outpost explode in a brilliant blaze of fire and debris. Collins and his team felt a deep sense of victory. They had struck back, proving that Earth wouldn't be anyone's testing ground. Humanity was prepared to defend itself, no matter how powerful the enemy. After their daring assault on the Federation's outpost, Collins and his team returned to Earth with a newfound sense of purpose. They had sent a clear message, and they knew it wouldn't go unanswered. The Federation would likely send reinforcements, perhaps an entire fleet, to put humanity back in its place. But Collins and his team weren't about to sit and wait. They had something the aliens didn't expect: Earth's hidden power, resilience, and unity. As soon as the team landed, they met with Earth's top leaders. They presented the data Dr. Morales had retrieved from the alien outpost. It revealed something troubling. The Federation had already been preparing for an invasion. They were planning to colonize Earth and subdue humanity, claiming it as another world under their control. They believed humans were too primitive to fight back effectively. But the Federation was about to learn just how wrong they were. The leaders knew they had to act fast. Earth's best scientists, engineers, and military strategists were gathered in secret locations across the planet. Using the alien technology the team had brought back, these experts began working tirelessly, adapting it to Earth's needs. They developed new defense systems, advanced shields, and powerful cloaking devices to hide entire cities from sight. Earth was transforming, and everyone was working together toward one goal: defending their home. Collins and his team became the faces of the resistance, training soldiers from across the globe. These soldiers were not just from one nation or one region. They came from every country, united by the need to protect their planet. Collins trained them to fight in both hand-to-hand combat and advanced alien warfare tactics. The training was brutal, pushing the soldiers to their limits. But they were ready. They were no longer just soldiers, they were Earth's defenders. Meanwhile, Earth's scientists made remarkable progress. Dr. Morales, now a hero in her own right, helped develop a powerful energy weapon from the alien data. This weapon could disable Federation ships from a distance, rendering them defenseless. It was a weapon the Federation had no way of detecting, one that would be Earth's ultimate surprise if they dared to invade. Soon, Earth's defenses were stronger than ever. Major cities were hidden beneath cloaking fields, and anti-aircraft cannons lined mountain ridges, ready to fire at any threat. Space stations were built in Earth's orbit, camouflaged to blend into the starry background, each station equipped with powerful cannons and energy shields. Earth's people had transformed their planet into a fortress. Then, the warning came. Federation ships had been detected on the edge of the solar system. It was an armada, larger and more heavily armed than anything Earth had ever faced. But instead of fear, Earth's leaders felt a strange calm. They knew they had prepared for this moment. This time, Earth would not be an easy target. As the Federation ships drew closer, Collins and his team took their positions. Collins looked at his soldiers, each one fierce and ready. He knew what this moment meant, not just for their survival, but for the future of humanity. He spoke to his team, his voice steady and full of resolve. "We're fighting for our home, our families, and our future. They think Earth is a death world? Let's show them what that really means." The Federation ships entered Earth's orbit, their weapons charged and ready. They had expected an easy victory, but instead, they were met with powerful energy blasts from the hidden space stations. The Federation ships were hit one by one, their shields failing as Earth's weapons tore through their defenses. The aliens were shocked. Their sensors picked up dozens of cloaked stations, advanced weaponry, and thousands of human soldiers prepared for battle. Earth's hidden power was unleashed, and it was more than they had ever anticipated. In the heart of the battle, Collins and his team coordinated attacks, guiding Earth's forces with precision. Federation ships tried to fight back, but Earth's defenses were too strong, too organized. Human soldiers on the ground took out any alien scout that attempted to land. Their resilience and determination drove them to push back with everything they had. As the Federation fleet began to crumble, the aliens realized they had severely underestimated Earth. They weren't just fighting against primitive beings on a dangerous planet. They were facing a united, determined people, willing to fight to the last breath to protect their home. And as the last Federation ship fell, Earth's defenders stood victorious. The invasion had been stopped, and the Federation had learned a powerful lesson. Earth was no one's playground. Humanity had shown its true power, proving that sometimes the greatest strength lies in unity and an unbreakable spirit. This part builds up the intense preparation and the final reveal of Earth's hidden defenses, keeping the tension high as humanity fights back with everything it has. The Federation had never faced such fierce resistance. Their powerful ships were reduced to smoldering wreckage in Earth's orbit, and their proud soldiers were forced to retreat, bewildered by the strength of humanity's defenses. But the Federation wasn't finished yet. As Collins and his team monitored the situation, they received troubling news. The Federation had sent in their most elite warship, a massive, heavily armored dreadnought that could turn planets to dust. The dreadnought's arrival was intimidating. It was nearly 3 times the size of Earth's largest spaceship, with thick armor that even Earth's most powerful weapons struggled to penetrate. Equipped with energy cannons capable of devastating entire cities, the Federation's flagship was the ultimate symbol of their might. Earth's defenders knew they were facing their toughest enemy yet. Collins looked around at his team, his face grim but determined. "We fought too hard to back down now," he told them. "This is our home. We'll fight to the last soldier if we have to." His team nodded, each one ready to put their life on the line. They knew what was at stake. Not just their lives, but the future of every human on Earth. The Earth's forces began their assault on the dreadnought, launching every weapon they had. From camouflaged space stations, powerful energy blasts rained down on the enemy ship. On the ground, anti-aircraft missiles fired relentlessly at the behemoth in the sky. But the dreadnought's shields absorbed most of the attacks, barely even flinching. Inside the control room of the dreadnought, the Federation's commander sneered as he watched the humans' futile attempts to take down his ship. He saw humanity as little more than pests, and he was ready to crush them once and for all. "Charge the planetary cannon," he ordered, and the ship began powering up its largest weapon, aimed directly at Earth's most populated city. On the ground, Dr. Morales saw the energy readings spike on her console. She gasped, realizing what the dreadnought was about to do. "They're targeting the city!" she shouted. Collins's heart sank. If that cannon fired, millions of lives would be lost in seconds. They had to stop it, but how? Just then, a risky idea struck him. They could attempt a direct assault on the dreadnought's core, the heart of its power. It was a dangerous plan. They'd need to get inside the dreadnought, disable its shields, and destroy its core. But it was the only chance they had. Collins quickly gathered a small team of his most skilled soldiers, including Dr. Morales. Together they boarded a stealth craft, aiming straight for the dreadnought. As they approached, they were met with heavy fire. But Earth's smaller ships provided cover, drawing the dreadnought's attention away. Collins's team managed to slip through, landing in a hangar bay deep inside the massive ship. The moment they disembarked, Federation guards swarmed them, but the human team fought back fiercely, using every tactic they had learned. They pushed forward, determined to reach the core. The deeper they went, the more intense the fighting became. Dr. Morales guided them with her knowledge of the ship's layout, quickly hacking through security systems to open locked doors and disable alarms. Step by step, they made their way to the core, where the energy readings were off the charts. Finally, they reached the core room, a massive chamber filled with glowing energy. The core pulsed like a heartbeat, powering the dreadnought and all its deadly weapons. Collins and his team wasted no time. While Dr. Morales set up charges around the core, Collins and the others held off the Federation guards pouring into the room, each second counting down to the explosion. As the last charge was set, Morales shouted, "We need to go now!" Collins gave the order to retreat, his team racing back through the winding corridors as alarms blared. The Federation guards pursued them, but Earth soldiers were faster, driven by the knowledge that this was their final chance to save their planet. The team made it back to their craft, just as the charges detonated. A blinding explosion tore through the core, sending shockwaves across the dreadnought. The mighty warship shuddered, its systems failing, and within moments it began to break apart. Collins and his team barely escaped, watching from their ship as the dreadnought erupted in a brilliant fireball, marking the end of the Federation's last desperate attempt to conquer Earth. Back on the ground, humanity watched as the Federation's flagship disintegrated in the sky. Cheers erupted worldwide. Earth had won. They had defended their home, proving once and for all that they would not bow to any enemy. Collins and his team returned as heroes, knowing they had saved their world and secured a future where humanity could stand proudly, strong and united.